Celebrities, some of them you finally stumble into their lives. Maybe you do a meet and greet. You meet one by accident at the airport. And some of them are like the nicest people on the planet. And some of them are butts. Have you ever met a turd of a celebrity?
Yes, and that is just, it's hurtful because you have such an expectation of who they are in your head. And then you realize, wow, this is what you are.
So Watt 94 Morning Playhouse, there's a list of celebrities that is circulating because they asked a whole bunch of people, and most of these are people that have, like, there's a few that just sort of bumped into them and did the survey, but it's a lot of wait staff and stuff like that. And they're making just claims that some of these celebrities are turds. Like, they were not really nice. They were super rude in real life. And I thought maybe, so we'll list these. But then if you've ever stumbled into a celebrity, were they super, super nice? And you're like, wow, I can't believe I met so-and-so. They were the nicest person on the planet. Or were they awful? Like, think of some of the people you've met in this job. Some of the real nice ones and some of the real bad ones.
Real nice ones, All-American Rejects, Goo Goo Dolls. But, who is the one we interviewed?
Oh, that narrows it down. Thanks.
Chris Kirkpatrick.
Oh, yeah, he was super nice.
He was super nice when they were coming to Fargo.
So what's sad is I think you end up remembering some of the really awful ones.
That's what I'm remembering, the awful ones more.
Some of the ones that we've stumbled into were really Paris Hilton was a gem. I thought she was really nice. At the same event, Brooke Hogan was there. We did like a Halloween event some years ago at the Shooting Star Casino. Paris Hilton was a delight, and Brooke Hogan was a miserable turd. I didn't enjoy her at all. She thought she was amazing. And it's like, Paris Hilton sitting here having a conversation with us. She's Paris Hilton. You're Brooke Hogan.
Yeah, your dad's the famous one.
But About Us, I think, was super popular on the radio at the time. So she thought she was just everything. She thought she was something. I'm remembering a lot of the butts. I hate to tell you this. Taylor Swift and her dad weren't very nice when they were at WeFest many, many years ago. I thought she was just awful. I didn't think she was nice at all. I'm going to be honest. I didn't think she was very nice. She was pretty young at the time. Maybe she's grown up since then. Charlie Sheen on the phone was supposed to have 5 minutes with him, talked for 45 minutes. He was the nicest man on the planet. Charlie Sheen was just awesome.
Oh my gosh, what is his name? Juicy J was really nice.
Did you enjoy him?
I interviewed him, and then I told him that I rap a little bit, and he asked me to rap for him, and he told me that my rap was so good it should be used in a Dairy Queen commercial.
There you go. No, that's nice.
I think the turds that I've met, Nelly. He was
really?
Yeah.
That one surprises me, kind of.
We had like a meet and greet after his show at the Blue Stem, and I know most of them are you take a picture, you leave. He didn't even acknowledge that we were there. He's just like, picture, done, bye. Like, he seemed so annoyed anyone who tried to talk to him. He had very strict rules. And then our boss is going to be really upset. But do you remember we had Guster come here?
Well, because he likes them.
He likes them. And then they performed at, oh my goodness.
It doesn't matter. They were only here because he likes them.
Yeah, so they had a show, but then they did a private show here, and we interviewed them. And I asked them, because I think it is a fun question. You probably get tired of singing your songs over and over. So I asked, what song, if you got to karaoke, what would you sing? And they said, we only sing our songs. Okay, that's false.
Wow. At
you've
karaoke?
had to have, at karaoke. And you've had to have some sort of inspiration that got you in music. Like, who do you like? You have to sing other people. It was a karaoke. Like, I was just asking that, and they were so rude. Then we got to talk to them after the show, and I don't know if they remembered me, and they're like, that's the karaoke girl. They were so mean to me after.
Nickelback guys really nice. Hinder guys really nice. Salt and Pepper really nice.
No, they were
Vanilla
so
Ice
nice.
was pretty nice. I'm trying to think who else. David Cook from American Idol was just a butt. Didn't enjoy him whatsoever. To be fair, we were trying to be funny and pet his beard, but he wasn't very nice. He was known for the facial hair, Amy.
Who is it?
David Cook was his name. But some of the ones that people say are just awful, do some of these surprise you? Will Ferrell.
No.
Somebody says
he's my favorite person.
A complete jerk when I encountered him. I didn't even know it was him until after the interaction. He was dressed in ski gear. And then when I yelled, oh, my God, you're Will Ferrell, he said, I was hoping you would notice, hence the ski gear, buddy.
No way.
Somebody says Ariana Grande wasn't very nice to them in person. I don't know if that blows my mind.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Millie Bobby Brown, Taylor Swift making this list, Carrie Underwood, Nick Jonas kind of surprises me on the
That
Rude
doesn't
Celebrity
surprise
list.
me. Are you kidding? They canceled their show in
Yeah, that's
Grand
true.
Forks so they could go perform somewhere better. I canceled my surgery to go see them. I am so mad at the Jonas Brothers.
J-Lo makes the list. Not necessarily
Not
surprised. And this one makes me sad. Bill Nye the Science Guy making the Rude
For
Celebrity
real?
list. Yeah.
I am surprised by that one.
Now, to be fair, that show's not been on for years, and people probably still walk up to him every day and go, Bill, Bill, Bill,
Yeah, how
Bill.
could you not? Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Probably drives you little nuts.
My brother, so like all of ours, I feel like we meet them because of our job and there's events and things like that going on. My brother met Vince Vaughn in the wild. Like not actual wild, but just like out and about.
In the wilderness.
He was at a beach in Chicago and Vince Vaughn was also there. And my brother's like, you want a hot dog? And I think he took a hot dog for my brother and stuff and they got to chat. And
I see. He's one of those ones I'd be sad to find out he's not very nice.
but yeah, my brother said he was super nice.
You know what makes me kind of sad, because it's just kind of a recent one. I think we're all realizing that maybe like Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively have a dark side, and that's sad for me. Because they were like such a lovable couple there for a minute.
She must be kind of evil that she wasn't invited to Taylor Swift's wedding.
As I'm saying,
Weird. And there
yeah.
were like 1,000 people there.
And maybe, I think maybe he's still a pretty nice guy, but maybe she's got a little something.
I mean, I think that's just females. We could be a little wicked if we need to be.
If it's got to be celebrity you met and were they super, super nice, or like, man, not so much.
I actually met Carlos Mencia.
Comedian, had a TV show there for a hot second. I think he's been accused of stealing a whole bunch of comedy over the years.
Yeah, and I would say he was not. I don't know what his deal was, but he just, I was very nice, introduced myself, extended my hand, and he didn't even give me eye contact. Didn't even look up. Didn't even say two words. Just put his hand out without even looking up at me, and I'm like, wow.
So was he still at the height of his fame, or was this kind of after it? Maybe like,
Yeah, this was. Yeah, it was definitely after everything happened, and he kind of lost, his Comedy Central show and all that.
Maybe that's what it was, just the circumstance.
What about this one? And it kind of surprised me because they said, I met Miley Cyrus and I met her when she was younger and she was so sweet. She was asking questions about me instead of just answering the questions I was asking her. And I remember thinking, why is she making me feel so important?
And then got older, and you were like, are you still that sweet little angel?
But you would think, I think now she is Miley Cyrus. She's grown. I would think younger Miley Cyrus, you would think she'd kind of be a jerk.
Nose up a little bit.
Yeah.
That celebrity, that famous person you encountered, maybe it was a meet and greet, maybe it was just, as Amy put it, in the wild. You were wandering through the streets of XYZ, and it was like, oh my gosh, you're insert famous person here. Were they super nice, or were we like, oh?
Someone said, I met Ed Sheeran after a show, and I thought he'd be this huge celebrity personality, but he was basically like a buddy. He was wearing casual clothes, joking around, thanking people for coming, very genuine.
Is there a celebrity you met and you're like, oh, wow, you're so nice?
You know who I ran into? Molly Shannon.
Yeah,
I would
SNL,
love
yeah.
that.
Yes, and she's been in a lot of movies, and she was so sweet. I actually said to her, I'm a huge fan of yours, and you're a wonderful actress and hilarious. And she put her hands on her heart, and she's like, thank you so much. I was having a bad day, and you made my day.
She's another one of those ones. If you told me she was a meanie, I'd be like, no, it hurts. No, don't say this.
That's what I was worried about. Someone said when they were younger, they were coming out of the bathroom at Mall of America, and Taylor Swift was walking through. She was younger, and the way her bodyguards pushed us, we didn't even know she was there. And when we found out why we got pushed by them, we waved at her, and she just scuffed at us. So she must have been on that list for a while.
Yeah, I guess so. Famous person you met, not super nice, though, or maybe they were very, very nice. You were kind of surprised at how kind they were.
Well, I actually met Anderson Cooper coming out of the bathroom, so I don't know if that counts.
I mean, he's a household name, right?
But I also met Bill Clinton a few years ago, and he was very nice, but I was wearing this blue dress that day. So, you can imagine all the dirty jokes other people were making as soon as I was because I was excited. So I kept saying, "Oh, I met Bill Clinton today," and it probably took 1 second for people to go, "Oh, well, yeah, you did. You were wearing a blue dress."
So the meeting him was good. It was the telling people about it in that outfit that, of course, in the picture.
Yeah, it was awful. It was so awful.
You could argue that's the best photo to get of you with Bill Clinton. That's the best photo to get.
Someone said name drop much, so I'm not going to name this person, but I met a celebrity. This was before I got into radio. We went to the concert, and then after we were able to go back. This is going to sound like sketchy, but it wasn't. We were invited back to his hotel.
Oh, Amy.
This sounds bad, but it's not. Okay.
Amy.
We didn't go back to his hotel room. It was just the hotel bar. And it's because my friend knew his tour manager and she was friends with him. But he invited us to go back there. And we were told, do not talk to him. If anyone talks to the artist, he's going to leave. And someone else at the bar came up to him and said, "Oh my God, you're so-and-so." He didn't talk to that person, set his drink down, got up and left immediately.
You know, it's interesting because sometimes when you go to whether it's a meet and greet or whatever the situation is, they give you this list of things where it's like, yeah, don't do this, don't do this, don't do this. And then it's always the celebrity that breaks that.
Yes.
Like Paris Hilton was a great example of that when she was at the Shooting Star Casino thing. This was probably almost 20 years ago, but it was like, make sure even if you take a selfie with her, hands in your pockets, guys, don't touch her, don't nothing. She's all hugging and stuff, and it's like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
That's what it was. We had a meet and greet with someone, and Steven came with me, and they said no touching them and all this. And they put their hand out to shake Steven's hand, and Steven's like, I didn't know what to do. We were told not to touch them.
Shake the hand.
They just kept wanting to talk to us because they said, it's just going to be fast, take your picture and leave. But they were talking to us for a while, and Steven's like, they told us all these rules, and then they broke all the rules.
I suppose they probably want to pick and choose, maybe. That's what that is.
That's what it is. Someone said they met Post Malone. I met him at a show, and he was exactly how you'd imagine. Super laid back, talked to people like they were friends. He had no attitude, and he actually seemed more nervous about meeting fans than we were meeting him.
I've never seen a bad word about that man. Everybody's like, he's just the nicest guy.
He seems so sweet. He would seem so much fun. I just would want to drink with him. I think it'd be a great time.
But him and Jelly Roll, if you could just hang out with the two of them together, you'd come home with face tattoos. But you'd have had a great time. Famous person you met, your brush with a celebrity, were they super nice or?
So 4 years ago, I was at the Minneapolis airport, and I met Jennifer Aniston. I guess she had done an appearance or a speech or something, and she was just sitting, having a drink, wasn't really dressed up, done up. She was just kind of sitting there. Most of the people didn't even recognize her, and I just said hello, got a selfie and an autograph, and I show it to people all the time.
She's one of those ones where I feel like it's a roll of the dice,
Same.
right? I could have seen her being the kindest person on the planet, or you being like, yeah, she was miserable. I'm like, yeah, I believe either one.
Someone said they met Dolly Parton, and she's exactly what you hoped she would be. She was kind, funny, made you feel like you were the only person in the room. I feel like she just has that gift. I'm not surprised by that one.
Not at all. Celebrity you met, were they super nice or super rude?
I met Charlie Sheen in 2010, and I will never forget him looking into my eyes and saying, "Thank you for being a fan, you tiger-blooded mistress of mayhem."
No, nobody has owned and taken full ownership of what they are and who they are and what they've become more so than Charlie Sheen.
Did you say he was mean, though, when you met him?
No, he was awesome. He was super
nice.
Yeah, we did a phone thing with him, and it was shortly after all that stuff. He I think just got fired from the thing or whatever. And I think maybe it was if he'd had a book or something he'd put out. But we talked to him, and they're like, "You got 5 minutes." Dude sat on the phone for 45 minutes. Now, granted, it was 45 minutes of him just sort of talking, but it was still super interesting.
You know who has really upset me, and we were supposed to interview them, and they just kind of ditched us?
I hope it's not the one we're currently getting emails about.
No.
Okay.
You know who it was. I was so excited. You even said we were only doing it just basically for me.
Oh, I do remember this.
Tiger King.
Yeah, that didn't work out. Yeah, he just sort of stopped responding.
He stopped responding to us, and then we had an interview set up, and then there was a lockdown in the prison. I guess the guy is in prison, so it makes things a little difficult. So we couldn't do it then, and then we tried rescheduling it, and he just ditched us. He ghosted us.
It was actually kind of weird how many times we had Joe Exotic lined up. It was 3-4 times that you and I were sitting here
waiting for him. We need to do a second date update with Joe Exotic.
Nah, I'm good.
I wanted to talk to him. I was so excited.
I'm probably okay, man.
Someone said they met Chris Hemsworth. He was filming near where I grew up. Everyone was freaking out. He was super chill, joking with the crew, saying hi to people, seemed like a normal guy. I think the biggest takeaway I had is he's somehow even better looking in person.
Weird. That's interesting.
Even better looking?
Well, the camera adds 10 pounds.
Yeah.
10 pounds of muscle. And that celebrity you met, were they super nice or like, nah, maybe not?
Oh, I was at the airport, and I actually ran into one of the girls from Vampire Diaries.
Okay.
And
cool.
it was kind of cool. It was Caroline from Vampire Diaries, the blonde. And we were sitting next to each other in the airport, and at first I didn't believe it was her. I actually had to Google it and, like, make sure that it was her before I went over and said something, because it's kind of embarrassing if if it's the wrong person. And she was super nice. She, like, sat there and talked to me for, like, 30 minutes about nothing, just day-to-day life. We talked about her dogs and stuff like that, and she was really cool.
That's fun. She's probably excited to find somebody that knows what Vampire Diaries is.
So I think that was a popular show. I've never watched it, but I think it is popular.
I've heard of it. I never watched it. Is it currently on, or is this an older show? Or?
I think it's an older show. I have no idea.
I feel like it's one they kind of tried to like ride the Twilight wagon a little bit, isn't it?
There were 8 seasons.
Okay. Well, 8 years of is it Caroline?
Yeah.
The blonde vampire?
I don't know if this is still going on.
Yeah, I don't know. Was there any other celebrities people met? Were they super nice or super not so nice?
Someone said Selena Gomez. Now, what do you think? Was it super nice?
Awful.
She was genuine. She asked me how my day was, and I remember thinking, why am I telling a celebrity about my boring Tuesday? But she actually listened to everything I had to say.
I think it'd be fun to be like, oh my God, I'm having a conversation with Selena
Yeah.
Gomez. Do you know what, though? If a celebrity is too nice, like I was having this great interaction, I think I would have a moment where I was like, did I just walk up to some random person that kind of vaguely looks like this person? Like, I'd question myself a little bit.
Was that really them?
Like, they're being too friendly. All of a sudden, somebody walks up and is like, come on, Susie. I'm like, oh, okay, that's not Selena Gomez. Never mind.